Okay, I'm gonna do this again because I ran out of storage. What's up, y'all? It's about a quarter to 12, and it's about to be Two's birthday. Shout out to happy birthday, bro. I love you, man. Welcome home. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just be real. Uh, I feel like I can't function without smoking. Like it's really my outlet. It was what makes me feel numb, or it makes me feel happy, or what makes me feel relaxed. And but I have a problem. Like, and people don't like to admit that they addicted, or maybe they do. But me making this video is that step in saying like I'm addicted to weed. And it used to be nicotine, but now at this point I'm just addicted to smoking. But you know, I've gone a few months without buying no nicotine. But it's so hard, like just thinking about quitting weed, dog. It's just, I don't know, bro. Like, it just fucks with me. I'm like, damn, like, oh, but like, for me to accomplish certain goals, like, someone told me, they were like, Demetrius, Gayos, if you quit smoking, what if God blesses you? You know, what if He blesses you? And I want to do it not only for God, but for my grandma, dog. That's like my mom times 2 million, trillion, to infinity and beyond. And it's like, I could be blessed if I did. You know, if I did quit smoking, and I'm 21 now, maybe I could go to 6 foot. But they list 5'9" niggas as 6'3" apparently, so maybe I am 6 foot now and I don't realize it, but that's not the point. You gotta have heart over height. Remember that. If you 5'6", 5'8", whatever height you is, bro, you gotta have heart. Whether it be football, basketball, soccer, tennis, baseball, lacrosse, damn chess. You gotta know you a dog. But let me get back to the point. I'm addicted, man. That shit hurts, bro. Like it hurts to say that, dog. Like I got, I could have had so much going for me if I never picked up a J. But I feel like that shit is what led me to the hospital. I feel like it's what led me to go fuck up certain relationships I had. I feel like it's what led me to just change gradually over time. It was that atomic habit that, feels good the first time, great the first time, then good the second time, then good the third time, then good the fourth time. But like, you go like one day and you smoking, then you just roll up 2 days back to back, and you like, what am I doing? I'm just smoking. And it's like, I know I could have better going on, but I sometimes don't realize that. Like, if I really want to be a king in this world, I gotta push through. And this video It hurts to say this is my this video. Oh my god, dog. Like this shit is hard. Boy, this video is my promise and I smoke, bro. I'm just gonna say fuck it, fool. I don't need that shit, bro. I can do better without it, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated and just let y'all know what I do. Ronaldo, bro, finna just, you know what? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna just keep talking because gaming is fucking with me. Well, quitting weed is not the easiest thing to do, but I feel like if you train the mind, you can accomplish anything because your brain is the strongest muscle you have, the strongest anything you have, and your heart. But it's your brain first. If your brain dead, you're not alive, nigga. But if your heart stops, you can get resuscitated. Just think about it. Well, look, we have this book. It's called Quitting Weed by Matthew Clark. Shout out you, Matthew. Remember all my gunman whose name Matthew. But just as there are responsible drinkers and alcoholics, there are those who can moderate their weed use and those who cannot. I am one of those niggas who could not. So it says, Quitting Weed, the complete guide is the definitive on overcoming cannabis addiction. A former addict himself, Matthew Clark provides an easy-to-follow, comprehensive guide for understanding how cannabis addiction works, and most importantly, detailed advice on how to conquer addiction permanently. So, this junk going, if I actually log in with it, it's going to teach me how to quit weed. And you can learn right with me. So, this don't cuts out, I'll just make a part 2. But I'm going to name this video, I Quit. For real. You can do it. In Jesus' name. Discover the science and psychology of cannabis addiction. Understand what drives your addiction. Understand cannabis withdrawal symptoms and how to best treat them. Know what to expect during the quitting process, relapses, self-doubt, emotional ups and downs. Understand how to overcome the obstacles to sobriety, mental gymnastics, social pressure, boredom, nostalgia. Embrace the quitting mindset. Discover the knowledge and approaches necessary for maintaining long-term sobriety. If you are struggling to quit and you want to learn how to quit successfully, this book is for you. You'll never look at cannabis the same way again. That was the back. Those were the remarks, I guess. So, make sure it's still set up. Political disclaimer. Naturally, in a free and open society, adults have the right to choose what is put into their bodies. Prohibition is unquestionably harmful to both society and the individual. None of these things are in dispute. Having said that, some people find their cannabis use problematic. For those who are unable, not through want of trying to moderate their habit, then complete abstinence is the only sensible course of action. It is for those people that this book is written. Basically, if you can't stop smoking for one day, this book is for you. me so far. Just as there are responsible drinkers and alcoholics, there are those who can moderate their weed use and those who cannot. It is not that alcohol or weed is inherently harmful, but some people aren't able to use it responsibly. This book is not anti-cannabis, it is anti-cannabis abuse. For most people, casual cannabis users does not interfere with their lives in any significant way. Most are able to use cannabis responsibly. Others, however, cannot. If you can smoke weed and not have it cause any problems for you, good for you. Just because you can moderate your use, that doesn't mean everyone else can. Seeking help and advice when trying to quit any addiction is a good thing. This book is not demonstrating the drug itself, rather the effects it has when used excessively. That is what this book is about. It is a simple recognition that some people find regulating their cannabis intake difficult, just as others do with alcohol. Okay, table of contents. Introduction about the abuse. This book was written to help those who are struggling to quit cannabis, as well as to help me overcome my own addiction. My own quitting process involved 3 years of cutting down, stopping, starting, stopping, repeatedly relapsing before finally stopping for good. This book is a result of my research and my journey of self-discovery that enabled me to quit for good. It took me a long time to quit, having heavily used cannabis between the ages of 16 and 29 all day, every day for most of those years. It was a huge part of my identity. It gradually occurred to me that my heavy cannabis use may have been holding me back in life. I began to question my use, eventually realizing that my perpetual underachievement and refusal to grow up and face responsibilities was firmly linked to my weed habit. This was a startling thought since I had never properly questioned my cannabis use. I had unquestionably I I had unquestioningly regarded it as a good thing, never stopping to honestly reflect on its role in my life. Unaware, I simply cocooned myself away, smoking away my troubles and avoiding my problems. I had long been in denial of my addiction. I eventually realized that I was abusing the substance, using it to escape my responsibilities and emotions, and using it to fulfill unmet needs. That realization marked the beginning of my quitting journey. Given my long history of cannabis abuse and the length of time it took me to successfully quit, I'm testament to the fact that anyone can achieve cannabis sobriety. Who this book is for? This book is for those who are tired of the negative impact cannabis has on their lives. It is for people who are conscious of the effect weed has on their lives, yet struggle to leave it behind. Perhaps feeling overwhelmed by the obstacles. Shout out Casanat, y'all. This book is intended to be a powerful, comprehensive tool for helping you break free of cannabis addiction. It is focused on understanding your habit, understanding what is holding you back, understanding the obstacles you are going to face, and understanding how to overcome them. It is a complete look at the process of quitting, aimed at equipping you with the knowledge and awareness to help you quit for good, leaving your hazy, smoke-filled days of regret behind you. Quitting cannabis is not for the easiest thing to do, and many find themselves unable to shake off their habit despite the strongest of intentions. Unlike other books on the subject, it will never be claimed to be easy. If it were that easy to quit, there would be a problem in the first place. Whilst I do not promise it easy, I do promise that It is possible. With this book and your determination, you can beat your addiction and start living the life you seek. Whether you are just starting to consider quitting or whether you are in the middle of trying to quit, this book offers knowledge and practical advice to help you overcome your dependency on cannabis. What is in this book? Many of us fail to overcome cannabis because we do not have a concrete plan, a deep enough understanding of the recovery process, or a deep enough understanding of ourselves and the role cannabis plays in our lives. It is with these things in mind that this book is written. We will begin by putting cannabis addictions in perspective. Before assessing the consequences of our use, then we will look at the science of cannabis and its impact on the mind and body, followed by an exploration of the psychological motives behind our use, understanding the exact role it occupies in our lives and the reasons why we are so compelled to abuse it. With this secure foundation, we will then overview the journey ahead. Before looking at strategies and tips for quitting successfully, we will then explore the obstacles to quitting. Before learning about relapses and how to avoid them, toward the end of the book, we will consider the quitting mindset, how to mentally approach the quitting process. The final chapter will detail the benefits of sobriety as well as provide handy motivational thoughts for you to consider whenever the urge to smoke strikes. At the end of the book, there is an inspiring collection of quitting stories to help encourage you to stay the course and to get perspective on the journey ahead. Chapter 1: The Invisible Chains. Addictions started out like magical pets, pocket monsters. They did extraordinary tricks, showed you things you hadn't seen, were fun, but came through some gradual dire alchemy to make decisions for you. Eventually, they were making your most crucial life decisions, and they were less intelligent than goldfish. William Gibson, The Sedated Life. You wake up, your head feels groggy, you have little energy. After forcing yourself to get up within an hour, you have a smoke. You slowly go about your day, maybe your work, maybe you don't. Conversation is difficult. You are unable to look people in the eye, unable to even string a coherent sentence together. You feel ashamed over your impoverished social skills. You never laugh or smile anymore. You seem to be in a permanent state of numbness. All you are concerned about is looking towards the next high, even though each subsequent high of the day is less and less effective at making you feel okay. Evening rolls around and once again you find yourself in front of the TV or computer, numbing and distracting yourself further. You gorge yourself on takeaway food and unhealthy snacks. Any tasks or jobs you have planned have been left for another day. I'm gonna read for like 7 more minutes, y'all, and then we're gonna get back and another tiempo. This terrible cycle continues day in, day out. You alternate, you alternate between momentarily feeling good before returning to that familiar state, lethargic, fuzzy, empty, numb, and above all, unhappy with life. Each day you find that a little part of you dies. Each day you get slightly further away from your real self. Sometimes you wonder if there is another life out there, away from the weed, away from the lonely, monotonous existence that your life has become. For a brief moment, you stop pretending that life is all good and you begin to gaze upon the reality you have been blending yourself to. You have neglected your life. You have traded in real growth and real development in favor of a meaningless, artificial euphoria, kidding yourself that all is fine when the reality is anything but. The discomfort of this truth starts to set in. Your brain persuades you why you should continue to smoke. It helps open your mind. It's a social activity. It helps you be creative. It helps take the edge off the futility of life. It's harmless. Everyone does it. It's not heroin, and so on and so on. You reach for your stash box once again. There must be more to life than this. There is the reality of cannabis addiction. I ain't gonna lie, the reality of cannabis addiction is I just got the mad instinct to just smoke, dog. Like, it be hitting me like a freight train. Like, nigga, get on that. But no, we not gonna get on that. We gonna go with life. Till death call my name. Shout out NBA Youngboy. The reality of cannabis addiction. Cannabis addiction is a very real phenomenon. Yeah. Phenomenon. As the reader of this book will know, it may not be as obvious or as damaging as heroin or crack addiction. However, the damage is there. It is easier to go unnoticed. Weed addiction can, to some degree, be concealed. You may have a steady job or relationship outwardly appearing to be successful. As a result, cannabis addiction is shrouded in mystery, half-truths, and misinformation. Many deny that it even exists. You can't be addicted to weed. It's not heroin. It's not physically addictive. It's all in your head. It's your own fault if you keep smoking all day, every day, and never get anything done. These comments completely misunderstand what addiction is and how it works. Just as there are responsible drinkers and alcoholics, there are responsible cannabis users and addicts. Weed affects every individual differently. For some, after a certain period, a few months or a few years, the benefits of smoking no longer outweighs the negatives. When most people reach this point, they quietly drop the habit. Some people, however, find themselves unable to stop. Those who claim it is not addictive tend to dispute the definition of addiction. Hey, comment saying if you ever be doing some, like in the middle of doing something, like you have a task at hand, whether you be playing a game, explaining some shit, or like reading, like right now, and then a random thought just hits you. It's a wild shit. Just comment saying, but my fault, y'all. Here's the thing, whether a substance is physically addictive or psychologically addictive is irrelevant. If using a substance is causing you significant trouble in life and you find it difficult to stop using it, you are addictive. Those who claim it is not addictive tend to dispute the definition of addictive. You may know, you know have they typoed this wrong. You now have a problem with your weed use if you identify with any of the following. You barely, if ever, go a day without getting high. You are irritable, anxious, or depressed without it. You are spending more than you can afford on it. This is basically saying your ass a junkie if you can't do them three things. I guess I'm a junkie, yeah, but I guarantee I'll bust your ass in basketball. But we not that no more, hey. Let me not say that. I'm a good man. You know, I was just saying some kid shit, you know. It's like when you young, bruh, but old and young, you just be having moments where like your inner kid kick in, but that's just me being me, I guess. But like I said, y'all, barely, if you never go a day without getting high. If you're irritable, anxious, or depressed without it, if you're spending more than you can afford on it. So if you spending your last on this shit every day, not having nothing else to purchase for yourself but that, you fucking up. If you can't even do something else for a whole day, you fucking up. And if your mood is changing because you don't have it, consciously or unconsciously knowing that you're fucking up. That's it, y'all. I did read a little bit ahead, but it's crazy. The bookmark is still there from when I did read ahead. We're gonna start off on this page tomorrow. See ya later. Ganyo yourself. Long live Leno. Fonz creation.